Hi YouTube, and welcome from my boiler room. Autumn has caught up with us here in Halland, Sweden, so I'm shooting indoors today. And Autumn always has a couple of chores for me, or always brings a couple of chores. One of the most time consuming and most boring also is raking. We've got two massive chestnut trees in the front yard, and they produce a lot of chestnuts and leaves that has to be raked away. And when we bought this place May 2003, the chestnuts were magnificent, really beautiful, full bloom, and they add a lot of value or feeling to the place when we first saw it, so that they help to improve the first impression. But it never crossed my mind then, and I don't think it crossed my wife's mind either, that a few months later the same trees would add a lot of work to our agenda with the chestnuts and the leaves. So you go into making these big decisions, like buying a small farm. That's a big decision in life, a lot of money involved. And you're not that logical. There's a lot of feelings and impressions helping you make your mind up. What else was I going to talk about? I was going to say a few words about the small things in life. When I got ill and got my depression, I stopped reading the local paper, because often it had articles about projects that I had been involved in, and each time I read them I got really stressed, and it started anxiety attacks. I think I felt, it made me feel sicker, that it was obvious that I was on the outside now. I wasn't able to be in those projects that I would have wanted to work with. I could just read about them, and I couldn't be there and make a difference. So I stopped reading the paper, and I know that's a way of hiding or escaping, and it's not the best way to deal with feelings like that, but it was all I managed at the time. And even if it's been a long time since I was involved in any projects that made a paper, I still have that fear of reading it. So I haven't really read it in many years. But this week I actually started reading it, and the pipe smoking is part of it. I can't get this thing lit. I've been reading the paper in the morning after I've done the morning chores. I've sat down outside. The weather has been beautiful up to now, and I read the paper and smoked my pipe. And it's been an absolute bliss. It's been wonderful. So I think I'm back on, or back to reading the local paper. While I've read it and smoked the pipes I've been smoking have been my own homemade pipes. I've made 4 up to now. I've shown them on YouTube. This one I'm smoking now, I showed it I think on my last video. But I've added a piece of stem since then, because I noticed that when I smoked it and it got hot, not too hot but just warm, the mouthpiece got loose. I don't know, the size of the holes changed a bit, or the size of the mouthpiece changed due to the heat, and it became loose. So I've added a piece of stem, and hopefully it'll be tight now. And I like all my pipes. I've actually got them here on a tray, and I'll pick up the camera and show them to you. And these 2 were the first ones I made. This one had a long stem, wooden stem, but I've taken it away. It was too unstable to smoke, so I'm smoking it like this now. And this one, the ash one, is really ugly, I think, but it smokes really well. Everything I smoke in it seems to taste great. A lot better in that pipe than in my other pipes. So somehow I managed to get things right on my very first pipe. Even if I didn't get the looks right, I got something right. I get not a lot of new subscribers, but I get a couple, and I'm up to I think 69 or 70 at the moment. And that's a lot more than I expected when I put out my first video. And lately I've got a few subscribers with names that sound a bit Irish, and that makes me extra happy, since I'm in love with everything Irish. I appreciate all my subscribers equally, but some subscribers are more equal than others, and if you've got an Irish connection, that adds extra value to me. and my very first subscriber, Rick Parson, or Parson Rick, as he calls himself on YouTube, he's special to me. He somehow found my first video just a couple of hours after I put it out, and he subscribed. And I put it out in the evening, went to bed, I woke up in the morning and I had a subscriber, and yeah, that felt really good. So thank you, Rick. And haven't you checked out his channel? Do. It's good, and he seems to be an interesting guy. He's a biker, and he has the looks of a biker. I suppose his looks can scare people, but he seems to have a heart of gold. And now I forgot what I was going to say about Rick. Yeah, he seems to have a heart of gold, and he sometimes makes his videos with his biker vest on. And it has a really good text on it, on his left shoulder, not shoulder, yeah, up here. And it says, don't believe everything you think. And that's spot on. It's brilliant. Don't believe everything you think. If I had stuck that, my depression wouldn't have been as severe as it was. So from now on, I'm making don't believe everything you think my motto, and yeah, I hope to be able to stick to it. And yeah, lately there's been a lot of videos about the Pipe Smoker for Life challenge, and it's not something for me because I'm in the discovery stage of pipe smoking. I'm learning about pipes, I'm learning about tobacco. There's a long list of tobaccos I'd like to try, and so I'm not ready for the Pipe Smoker for Life challenge, but I thought it was sort of a fun challenge to make anyway, even though it wasn't for me. But a challenge like that would suit me would be footwear for life. If you had to choose one pair of shoes or footwear to use the rest of your life, what would that be? And to me, the choice is simple. It would be what I'm wearing today. Doc Martens fantastic boots. They're really good. You can wear them everywhere with a suit, or you can wear them out working. You can wear them absolutely everywhere. So that's my choice of footwear for life. The only bad thing with them is that they're not made for snowy conditions, I think, because if there's snow on the ground, they're quite slippery. But nobody's perfect, so they're my favorite footwear. I don't wear them that often because I've got boots and I've got lots of cowboy boots. I mean, and lots of shoes that I like to wear. But when the going gets tough, I go back to my Dr. Martens. I forgot to say regarding my homemade pipes, I intend to make more of them because I think it's really fun. I enjoy making them. So I've got a stash of wood that I've put here in the boiler room to dry. So I'll have something to work with during the winter. I need to get more stems to use for the pipes, but that can be arranged. No, I can't light this thing. I don't know if I packed it wrong. It usually doesn't smoke this badly. I don't know what's the matter with it today. Because I like the look of this one, but if I can't smoke it, it's no good to me. But I'll give it a few more tries. No, I think I'm done for today. I'll keep on struggling with this pipe and see if I can smoke it to the bottom. Thanks for watching, take care and see you.